Hi, good morning. Happy Tuesday. My name's Stephanie and welcome to Gentle Yoga here with the YMCA. Let's go ahead and get started. You just need your mat, and if you'd like to have props, a block is always helpful, and maybe have some water nearby. So let's go ahead and get started this morning. Let's come to a comfortable seated position. Just go ahead and take a couple of minutes here in the beginning of our practice to just sort of get grounded, maybe transition from whatever we were doing before we begin our practice, just to get into the present moment. So again, just come to a comfortable seat, or if you want to lie on your back, you can do that. Just go ahead and start to get into your breath. Taking a big, deep inhale in through your nose. Open your mouth, empty, and exhale. Again, big breath in, fill up. Open your mouth, empty, and exhale. One more time. Big breath in, biggest yet, fill up. Open your mouth, maybe let a sigh out. And now start to allow more natural rhythm of breath, maybe even breathing in through your nose and out through your nose. Your hands can be placed anywhere. Right now I'm petting my dog Roscoe, as you can see. But if you want, you can place your hands on your knees or in the center of your lap. Just keep breathing for another moment or two. Maybe begin to notice the parts of your body that are in contact with your mat. Your feet, your hips, your bottom, maybe even your ankles. And then let's begin to do some breath and movement together. So sitting up tall. If you aren't seated, let's come to a seated position. I know I invited you to lie down if you want, but let's all meet together in seated. And then let's inhale, take your right ear to your right shoulder. And then as you exhale, drop your chin to the center of your chest. And then inhale your left ear over to your left shoulder. And keep flowing with your breath, exhaling down to center and inhaling your ear to your other shoulder. And just flow with your own pace. Just beginning to notice any sticky spots, maybe pausing a little extra there if you have them. And try to keep your shoulders down away from your ears. So you're really taking your ear to your shoulder and moving with your breath. And take one more full round, right and left. And then we'll meet as we exhale with our chin down to the center. And then inhale, bring your head back up. Awesome. Let's begin to do some circles, moving our torso over our hips. So whatever direction you want to begin, whether that's counterclockwise, clockwise, right or left, we'll get both ways. And they can be big or small circles. I encourage an exaggeration here. I'm going to get some more benefits from stretching a little further. And just continue a normal rhythm of breath as you do this. And go the opposite direction if you haven't begun already to switch. Again, just noticing any sticky spots here. Awesome. And then let's begin to come back to stillness here in our seats. Nice. Let your hands drop down by your sides. And then slide your right hand way out to the right and reach your left arm up over. So your bicep is by your ear. You could gaze towards your palm, or you could look up underneath of your arm. Keep breathing here. Take another deep breath in. Breath out. And then inhale back to center, dropping again both hands down by your side. And then slide your left arm way out beside you. Right arm up by your ear. Again, gaze could go towards your hand or up underneath of your arm. And keep breathing here. And take one more big breath in here. Empty out. Begin to bring that hand down and inhale back up to seated. Nice. Settle your shoulders down again away from your ears. Inhale and reach your arms up to the sky. Now as you exhale, take your right hand in front of you, left hand behind, and just like make a tent with your fingertips on either side of you. And begin to twist. Gently begin to look back behind you over your left shoulder. An option here is to take your right hand to your left knee or thigh to give yourself a nice assist. Twist a little deeper. And then the breath here as you inhale, get tall. And as you exhale, try to deepen your twist a little bit more. Again, inhale, get tall. Exhale, twist. One more time, big breath in. Empty out, unwind, let your hands drop down by your sides again. And then inhale, reach your arms up to the sky, maybe gaze up. As you exhale, left hand in front, right hand behind this time. We're twisting towards the right. Okay, so look back behind your right shoulder when you're ready. And again, left hand can go to right thigh this time. Give yourself a nice assist to get deeper into your twist. So as you inhale, get tall. As you exhale, twist deeper. Just be gentle though too, don't force it. Honor any pain you may have and try to know the difference between sensation and pain. And back off if you need to. One more breath in here. Breath out, begin to unwind and come back to center. Excellent. Let's make our way to child's pose. So, we're going to come to our knees. If you need to modify putting a pillow in between your bottom and your heels, I invite you to do that if you have really tight hamstrings or knee issues. But if you can, let your hips settle down to your heels. Spread your knees out really wide and then allow your torso to fall down towards your mat. Stretch your arms out long. And if you can, let your forehead come to the mat, or if you need to put a block underneath your forehead, that's a good modification here too. So child's pose, again, relaxing, letting your torso be heavy in between your legs. Spread your fingertips out wide. Really press your palms into the mat on purpose. Just a few more breaths here. Take one more inhale. Exhale. And then your next breath in, make your way up to tabletop. Hands and knees position. Again, maybe you need a folded blanket underneath of your knees. If it bothers you, if you don't have a very cushiony yoga mat, or if you're on hardwood floors, that's always a good idea. But try your best to stack your shoulders over your wrists, your hips over your knees, and let's move and breathe again, taking cat-cow. Inhaling, belly drop, head and tailbone go up. And then exhale, round the back, head and tailbone drop. Pull that belly in. Inhale, drop your belly, head and tailbone go up. Exhale, round the back. Pull that belly in. Really press the tops of your feet into the mat behind you. And keep flowing with your breath rhythm, with your pace. Roscoe is also demonstrating down dog and up dog. Love it. You can take one more full round. And then we'll meet together in a neutral spine tabletop. And let's turn our fingertips to either face the outside edges of our mat, or if you can, wrist face forward, fingertips face your body. We're gonna warm up the wrists. Try to keep a gentle bend in your elbow so that your arms aren't locked out. And then let's do some circles over top of our wrists. Really important to warm up our wrists in the beginning of practice. We're taking down dogs and planks. And go whatever direction you want, beginning with your circles. And keep breathing as you move. And then let's go the opposite way. Circles the other way. And then come to stillness and flip your hands back, facing forward, fingertips face forward, hands and knees, tabletop is where we are. Let's warm up the belly a little bit here. Inhale, take your right hand out in front of you, thumb to the sky. If this is enough for you, that's fine, but if you can, lift that back left leg behind you. Maybe you bring your toes to the ground to modify it, and that's totally fine. But if you can, float that leg in the air. Inhale. As you exhale, bring your elbow into your knee. Inhale, stretch out. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, bring it in. One more time. Inhale, stretch. Now just return your hand knee to the mat. And we're going to go to the other side. Inhale, left hand out in front, come to the sky. Right leg back behind. Flex that foot, toes point towards the ground. Inhale. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, stretch out. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, bring it in. Last time, stretching out. Inhale. Exhale, hand and knee back down to your mat. And now we're going to press into down dog. Okay, so if this is enough for you, that's totally fine. You could also just press your hips back into child's pose. But if you're with me here, moving into down dog, you want to curl your toes behind you. So come onto the bottoms of your feet. Inhale. As you exhale, press your hips to the sky and come into that inverted V form. Let your head be heavy here. Really press your chest wall towards your thighs, hips to the sky, really high. And my knees are bent a lot. So if you want a deeper hamstring stretch, you can straighten your knees. Just try not to lock it out. Keep the energy flowing. And keep breathing. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Let's walk our feet up towards our hands at the front of our mat. And we'll come to a forward fold, ragdoll. So feet are about hip width distance. 2 fist width is a great measurement for this. And just bend your knees as much as you want here. Really let your torso be heavy. Let your head hang heavy. And also you can make a box with your arms grabbing opposite bicep or elbow. You could also interlace hands at your low back and let your arms gently fall overhead. Just some different variations here in forward fold. And keep breathing. And just notice all the parts of your feet that are in contact with your mat. Maybe even lift your toes up off of the mat and then gently let them fall back down. Noticing each one coming in contact. Take a deep breath in. Empty out. Let your hands fall to the mat. Now as we inhale, we're just going to come up halfway. So bring your hands either below your knees on your shins or even above your knees. And then exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Pull the belly in. Exhale, fold forward. Again, inhale, halfway lift. Engage your quads. Again, belly in. Exhale and fold forward. Now this time, inhale, rise all the way up. Unravel. Take your time. And then reach your arms up to the sky when you get there. And then we're going to take right hand to left wrist. And we're going to lean over to the right. And again, maybe gaze up underneath of your arm. And then release, inhaling back up to center. And then left hand to right wrist and lean over to the left. And then inhale back up to center. Let's do some sun salutations now. Exhale and fold forward, release. Bending your knees as you go down. Inhale up, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale now all the way up. Reach the arms overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise up, reach, arms overhead. Maybe a little back bend at the top. Empty and fold forward. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, reach. Really getting the body warm here. Exhale, fold. This is also a great thing to do first thing when you wake up. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Take a couple sun salutations when you get out of bed in the morning. Inhale, rise up, reach. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Last time. Inhale, rise up, reach all the way up. Maybe a big back bend at the top. And exhale, fold forward. Release. Inhale, come up halfway. Now we're going to step the left leg back. Get a nice low lunge here. Modify, you can always drop the back knee. So tense your fingertips on either side of your right foot. Nice 90-degree bend in your right leg if you can. And we're going to flow here. So inhale, start to straighten your right leg. Take your nose to your knee or shin. Exhale, bend in. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend into your lunge. One more time. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend in. This time, inhale, left foot up to meet your right, halfway lift. Exhale and fold forward. Inhale, rise up, reach, stretch out. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Step the right leg back this time. Low lunge in the left, excuse me. If you need to modify, drop the back knee. So on a breath in, we're going to straighten our left leg. Take your nose to your knee or shin. Exhale, bend in. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend in. One more time. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend in. Inhale, right foot up to meet left. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold, release. Inhale, rise up, reach. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Now we're going to step back and take our high to low push-up or modify. Take knees, lower all the way down. So you do your version of your chaturanga and come up, inhale, up dog or cobra, big breath in. And then exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Breath in. Breath out. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Big breath here. Empty. Bend your knees. Step your feet up to your hands at the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Let's do that a couple more times. Inhale, rise up, reach. Empty and fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant your hands. Drop to your knees, lower all the way down as you exhale. Inhale, come up for cobra. Exhale, bend the knees, tabletop, downward facing dog. Press those hips to the sky as you exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Empty. Bend your knees, step your feet up to your hands. One more time. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale, rise up, reach. Arms overhead. Exhale and fold. Inhale, halfway. Chaturanga now. Plant the hands. Step back, drop to the knees to modify. Lower all the way down. Come up for cobra. Big breath in. Bend the knees. As you exhale, press your hips to the sky. Downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Empty. Let's step the right leg forward and come in warrior one. Pivot the back foot flat. So right toes are facing straight ahead. Left toes are just out slightly. Both feet are rooted into the ground. Bend as deep as you want into your front leg or back off a little bit. Try to square your hips to the front of your mat. And then when you're ready, reach your arms up to the sky and take a breath in as you do that. And settle in here to your pose. Relax your shoulders down away from your ears. Keep breathing. Let's flow here a little bit. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, sweep the arms down and back like you're bowing over your front leg. Inhale and come up. Exhale, sweep down and back. Inhale, come up. Exhale, sweep down and back. Now, interlace hands. When they arrive back there, press your knuckles towards the back. Humble warrior. Try to let your shoulder fall down towards your knee. Take another breath in. Breath out. Release your hands to the mat. Drop your back knee. Take your right knee back to meet the left. Lower all the way down. Come up for cobra. Big breath in. Bend your knees. Press your hips to the sky. Come back to your downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. You're doing great. Inhale. Exhale. Left side, warrior one. Let's come in. Step that left foot forward. Spin the back foot flat. Again, left toes straight ahead. Right toes out slightly like 2 o'clock if we're pointing it in that way. Try to square your hips and shoulders towards the front of your mat. And when you're ready, inhale and reach your arms up to the sky. Drop your shoulders down away from your ears. Unclench your jaw. Maybe turn the corners of your mouth up to the sky. Let's flow. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, sweep the arms down and back. Inhale, come up. Exhale, sweep down and back. Inhale and come up. Exhale, sweep down and back. And now let's interlace hands like we did on the other side. Press your knuckles towards the back. If you need to grab a towel here, if you can't interlace, that's fine. Humble warrior. Shoulders snuggling in towards your knee. One more breath in here. Breath out. Release your hands to your mat. Drop your back knee. Left knee goes back to meet the right. Lower all the way down. Big breath in as you come up for cobra. Bend your knees and press your hips to the sky as you exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Empty out. Step your feet up to your hands at the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Take a seat for queen chair. Just bring your toes and knees together as much as you can. Hips come down, nice bend in your knees, and then reach your arms up to the sky. And we're gonna do a flow here. I'm gonna face you. So, take a deep breath in. Empty, sweep the arms back. As you inhale, stand up, stretch out. Exhale, take a seat, sweep the arms back. Inhale and come up. Exhale, take a seat, sweep back. Inhale and come up. Exhale, chair pose, sweep arms back. One more time, inhale, come up. Exhale, sweep the arms back and down. Last time, inhale. This time, exhale, fold forward and release. Nice, separate the feet 6 inches. Bend your knees a lot here. If your fingers can come to your toes, take your peace fingers around your toes and take monkey pose. Drop your head, take your elbows out wide. Maybe even shake your head out here. You're doing awesome. Give yourself a little acknowledgement, maybe even for just getting on your mat today. Taking a break from your day to do your body some good and your mind some good. Release your toes. Let's come into a goddess squat. So feet are wide, toes are off the edges of the mat for me. And then if you can, allow your hips to sink down low. Hands come to prayer, elbows can come to your inner thighs. It's not a big deal if your feet don't fully come to the floor. It's okay if you want to come up on your toes, you can. That's a different challenge. But it's okay if you don't have the flexibility in your ankles. Just do your best. Couple more breaths here. Big front side of the hip opener here in this goddess squat. One more, inhale. Okay, plant your hands, exhale, and let your hips go to the sky, so a nice wide forward fold here. Again, let your head be heavy. Maybe even wiggle your hips side to side. Awesome. And let's toe heel our feet back to underneath of our hips and come towards the front of your mat if you aren't there already. Inhale. Rise up, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, bring your hands into your heart in prayer. And then inhale, left knee in towards your chest. Exhale, step back, warrior two. And then inhale, open your arms. Your arms come to a T. Awesome. So warrior two, your feet are in alignment. Right toes face forward, left toes face the left side of your mat or 9 o'clock. Your gaze or focal point is out over your front hand. Relax your shoulders down away from your ears. And again, relax your face. Let's do a flow here. Flip both palms up to the sky. Inhale, start to straighten your front leg. Reach your arms overhead. Exhale, bend in. Inhale and come up. Exhale, bend in. One more time. Inhale, come up. Exhale, bend in. Now we'll take reverse warrior. So inhale, reach that arm a little forward and then up and back behind you. Try to keep the bend in your front knee. Your gaze could follow your hand. You could look out to the side. Left arm can go down the back leg or behind your back in a half line. Begin to straighten your front leg. Ooh, that's a nice little break. And inhale, come up to stand, arms come to a T. And reach that left arm forward and down, triangle pose. Now you can always bring a block underneath of that bottom hand. Bringing the ground closer to you, it's up to you. Awesome. Inhale, come up to stand. Turn the right toes to face the left side of the mat. So both toes maybe out a little. So you're in a 5-pointed star here or like a straddle stand. Bring your hands to your hips. Inhale, take a little back bend. Exhale, fold over. Bring your hands underneath of your shoulders. Bend your knees as much as you need to here. Let your head be heavy. And let's do a twist here. Start to take your right hand over towards your left foot. Reach your left arm up to the sky. Couple breaths here. One more, inhale. Exhale, come on back down through center. Begin to walk your left hand over towards your right foot. Right arm reaches up to the sky, twist. Keep breathing. Keep the energy flowing. Try not to lock out your legs. One more, breath in. Breath out, both hands back down to the ground. Bending your knees, inhale, unwind. Bring your hands to your hips as you come up. And then let's pivot into pyramid pose. So, toe heel your feet in underneath of you. And then start to turn to the right. Right toes face forward, left toes out slightly. So we're in that warrior one stance again, but just a narrower stance. Keep a nice bend in both knees. Inhale and reach your arms up to the sky. Exhale, keep reaching over that right leg towards the front of your mat as you fold over, pyramid pose. And again, let your head be heavy. Drop your nose towards your knee. Couple breaths here. Left hand plants, right arm opens, twisted triangle. If it's in your practice and you want to raise the back leg for revolved half moon, that's fine. You don't have to. You can keep both legs rooted. One more breath in here. Breath out. Bring both hands to the ground. Both feet meet towards the front of your mat. Let's do another forward fold. Let's stand on our hands, gorilla pose. Bend your knees a lot. Let your belly, like my belly and chest are on my thighs. And take the full palm of your hand under your foot. Toes towards your wrists. Let your head be heavy. Again, maybe even shake your head out. Release your hands from under your feet. We're going to come back into that goddess squat. So again, feet wide, toes out at 10 and 2. And let your hips come down. Nice deep bend in your knees. You can modify by keeping it up like a high goddess squat like this and bring hands to thighs or forearms to the thighs. But if you have the flexibility in your hips, let them come down. Hands to your heart in prayer. And then let's do a little twist here. Right hand drops, left arm opens. One more breath in. Breath out. Hands come back through center, then left hand drops, right arm opens. One more inhale. Exhale, both hands to the ground. Nice wide forward fold again. Maybe this time take a little movement. Rocking side to side, taking fingertips in a sweeping motion from one foot to the other. And then come to stillness. Bring the feet back underneath of you, hip width distance. And come towards the front of your mat if you aren't there already. And then on an inhale, unwind, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart in prayer. Inhale your right knee into your chest. And step back, warrior two. Left leg in front. I'm just going to space this direction so you can see me better. So again, left leg in front. Feet are in alignment. Front heel bisects the middle of the back foot. Arms come out to a T. Gaze out over your front hand. Relax your shoulders down away from your ears. Again, maybe the corners of your mouth turn up to the sky like you're enjoying this. You're doing great. Both palms flip to the sky. Inhale, reach your arms overhead. Straighten your front leg. Exhale, come into your lunge. Inhale, up. Exhale, sink in, warrior two. One more time, inhale up. Exhale, sink in, warrior two. Now inhale, reach forward, take that arm up and back, reverse warrior. Keep breathing. Now on your next inhale, straighten your front leg. Exhale. Inhale, come up to stand. Exhale, reach that front arm forward and down, triangle pose. And again, maybe a block underneath your bottom hand here. And your gaze could go up towards your right hand at the sky. You could look out to the side. Up to you. On an inhale, come back up to stand. Keep the left toes where they are. Turn the right toes out as well. So almost like 10 and 2. If you can't get 9 and 3, that's fine. Take a nice bend in your knees, so a high goddess squat here. Bring your hands to the center of your thigh. Awesome. Again, relax your shoulders down away from your ears. And let's drop our right shoulder to the center and look over to the left. Come back to the center. Left shoulder drops. Look over to the right. Come back to center. And then begin to straighten your legs, toe heel your feet underneath of you. Bring your hands to your hips, and then let's transition into that pyramid pose. Left foot in front this time. Left toes, 12 o'clock. Right toes out at like 2. Square your hips and shoulders. Nice narrow stance, like 2 feet between your feet. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, keep reaching over your front leg as you fold over for pyramid pose. Nice bend in both knees. Do not lock out here. Drop your head, nose towards your knee or shin. Right hand plants near your foot, your left foot. Left arm opens, twisted triangle. Now if you want to go that step further and raise the back leg for revolved half moon, you can. You don't have to. Maybe give it a try. Awesome. One more breath in. Breath out. Both feet to the front of your mat. Another forward fold here. This time, either wrap your arms around the backs of your knees for tree hugger, or if you want tree cutter, interlace hands, or take a towel with your hands behind your back and gently let your arms fall overhead. It's a big chest and shoulder opener. Just, again, be gentle. Don't force it. One more breath in here. Breath out. Release your hands. Let's come into one more chair pose, and let's take king chair this time. So feet are hip width distance. Take a nice deep squat. And reach your arms up to the sky. Biceps by your ears. Awesome. Let's do some twists here. Inhale. Exhale, left hand in front, right arm behind, T-twist. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, right arm in front, left arm behind. Inhale, back center. Try to keep that bend in your knees. Go to the right again. Inhale, center. Left. Inhale, center. Those legs are probably shaking. That's awesome. Go to the right. Inhale, center. And left. Inhale, center. And relax and fold forward. Release. Whew. Shake it out. Maybe wiggle your hips behind you. Shake your head out. Nice job. Inhale, unwind. Nice work. Awesome. Awesome job. Our bodies are probably nice and warm. I know mine is. So let's go ahead and transition into some balancing poses. So get your feet rooted under your hips. Again, Now 2 fists width between your feet for under your hips. And let's try eagle pose, okay? So, all good if you need to modify or keep both feet on the floor. Do your best. But we're gonna take our right leg up and over our left. And then right arm underneath of left. If coming palm to palm is not possible, you wanna take shoulders with your hands, that's totally fine. And again, you can always tense your toes on the outside of your other foot too. If you can, sit down deep into that left hip. Keep breathing. One more breath in here. Breath out. Begin to unwind. Plant that foot on the floor. Inhale and reach up. Exhale into left side eagle. Left arm under, left leg over. You may notice that one side is more dominant than the other, and again, that's totally fine. And then some days your balance just might not be there. I have those days as well. All good. Keep breathing. One more. Inhale. Exhale, release. Awesome. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. We're going to come into dancer pose. So, we're going to take right side dancer. So right hand, palm to the sky, thumb back behind you. So it's like you're carrying a tray. And then reach for the inside of your ankle or foot or shin if you can on your right foot. Bring both knees together. Get your balance. A nice bend in the left leg. And then as you kick back, reach that left arm forward. Gaze out where you're going. Keep breathing. If you fall out, come back in, no worries. One more breath in. Breath out, release. All right. Reset. Both feet on the floor. Left side dancer now. Left palm to the sky, thumb to the back. Take the inside of the ankle, foot, or shin. And again, get your balance. Take your time. Nice bend in your bottom leg. Kick back into that hand behind you. Reach that right arm out in front of you. Gaze out towards your right hand. And if you need to have a chair nearby or a wall, and keep that close by for balance practice, that's totally fine. One more breath in. Breath out, release. Nice job. Let's come to Tadasana, mountain pose. So feet hip width distance or a little wider. I like a little wider stance with my mountain pose. And then arms by your sides, palms face forward. Another variation, you could bring hands to heart. And I invite you here to maybe close your eyes. And just begin to come to a natural rhythm of breath. Relax your shoulders down, away from your ears. Again, maybe the corners of your mouth turn up towards the sky. Feel the crown of your head reaching towards the sky as your feet are rooted in. Begin to open your eyes and begin to bring your weight into your left leg, and we're going to take tree pose. So sole of the right foot can kickstand at your ankle, you can come at your calf, or you can pull your foot all the way up to your inner thigh. Whatever variation you take is perfect. And then I like to begin with my hands in my heart, at my heart in prayer. And then you can express your tree, maybe take your arms up and out to the sides like tree branches. Your right knee is continuing to work its way directionally back behind you to get a nice front side of the hip opening. Maybe you take your gaze up to the sky. Keep breathing. One more, inhale. Exhale. Bring your hands back through prayer, knees center and down with control. Nice. Both feet root back into the ground. Bring the weight into your right leg, sole of the left foot, kickstands, ankle, calf, or pull it up to your inner thigh. And even actively, your thigh is pressing back into your foot here, okay? It's not just the foot pressing into the thigh. Bring your hands to prayer, express your tree in the same way or do something different. Maybe a bind behind your back. Keep breathing. One more inhale. Exhale, come on out. Nice. And trees wobble and shake with the wind, so it's all good if that was happening. So, awesome job. Let's come to our knees towards the center of our mat. We're going to come into a half camel and then we'll go up for a full camel pose. So for half camel, you're in hero's pose. So that's sitting on your knees, hips settled down to your heels. You're on the tops of your feet. So let's just pause here for a moment since we changed what we were doing, transitioning from balance. And then when you're ready, palms come back behind you, fingertips face forward, and then start to bring your hips, nice bend in your elbows, hips up to the sky. Nice. And then if you feel comfortable, to drop your head back. That might not be for everybody, it's okay, whatever you choose. And if you need to come out sooner than I do, always feel free. I'm going to take one more breath in, breath out, chin to chest, let the hips settle back down, inhale and back up to hero's pose. Bring your hands to your thighs, sit up nice and tall, stacking shoulders over hips, chest up. And then on an inhale, come up to your knees, so hips are stacked over knees. I like to tuck my toes. And then bring your hands to like you have back pockets. You could also point fingertips towards your shoulders as well. It's another variation. And then take your back bend by taking your chest up and out. So as opposed to like just sinking down into your low back, try to keep your chest wall moving up and back. If you have flexibility, you want to reach for your heels while keeping your hips over for full camel, and then maybe drop your head back. One more breath in here. Breath out, chin to chest, inhale up. Exhale, untuck the toes, take a seat back in that hero's pose. Nice. So let your hands settle down by your sides. Let's do another nice little neck and shoulder stretch here. So inhale your right hand up and over to your left ear. And gently pull on your head as your head presses back into your hand. So it's active. Left arm could go behind you in half bind. Just a nice couple breaths here. You can either stay here, or if you can, take fingertip to fingertip behind you, maybe bind. Wherever you are is great. One more breath in. Breath out, gently release. And then other side, left hand up to right ear. And again, press your head back into your hand, active. Right arm behind you in a half bind. And if you want, or if you can, fingertips come together behind you. I can't reach on this side, and that's totally fine and normal that you can do one side, not the other. One more breath in, breath out, release gently. And let's make our way to our bottoms. So come to seated. Let's stretch our legs out in front of us. So we're sitting in staff pose, nice 90 degrees with our legs and our body, and sit up tall. Inhale and reach your arms up to the sky. Exhale, fold over your legs, bending your knees as much or as little as you want or need to. No judgment, drop that if you cannot touch your toes, or just no judgment. Couple breaths here. One more inhale. Exhale. Inhale up to seated. Using your core as best you can. Let's lower down to our backs. I had to make sure my dog wasn't underneath of me. And go ahead and slowly lower down. Again, pulling that belly in. Nice. When you come down to your back, make sure your head is on your mat. Bend your knees, plant your feet, toes point straight ahead. You should be able to graze your heels with your fingertips. That's how close your feet need to be to you for bridge pose. Let your head and shoulders rest. And then when you're ready, inhale, press your hips up to the sky. You become a reverse sliding board from your knees all the way to your shoulders. If you want, you can interlace hands underneath of you, wiggling up onto your shoulders a little more, pressing forearms into the ground. A few breaths here in bridge pose. One more inhale. Exhale, release down. Release your bind from underneath if you have it. And then let's come into Supta Baddha Konasana. So soles of the feet come together, knees out wide. We're in a reclined butterfly pose. Is another name for it. You can bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. If you feel safe and you want to close your eyes, I invite you to do that here. Just take a moment here to recognize, again, another opportunity to acknowledge the fact that you got on your mat today, the practice that you've completed so far. Just breathing and moving. And then let's bring our knees into our chest. Give yourself a nice hug. Squeeze it in. And then take your feet up to the sky for waterfall. You could take a strap underneath of your feet. You could actually do this against the wall. If you want, you can take your arms up to the sky too. Letting your arms and your legs drain out. Let's come into a reclined hero's pose. So, if you prefer, you want to go into a reclined pigeon, you want to take your right ankle on top of your left thigh. This might be enough for some of you. If you want to take it further, take your right hand in between the legs and left hand can interlace in front of the shin. And then you can settle your head and shoulders down, pulling your ankle and your shin closer to you. Flex that foot that's in the air. Flex your right foot. Keep breathing. It's important, again, to keep the energy flowing even when we're in still postures. One more inhale. Exhale, release that side. Let's take the other side for reclined pigeon. Left ankle comes on top of the right thigh. You're making like a figure 4. And then the right knee is bent. And again, this might be enough, but if you want, take your left hand in between your legs. Right hand meets it, interlace on the front of the shin or even behind the hamstring. And then release your head and shoulders back down, pulling your shin and ankle in towards your body. Big underside of the hip stretch here and glute, which is if a lot of us sit for our jobs, this needs to be stretched on a regular basis because all those things we do during the day close it off. Couple more breaths here. One more inhale. Exhale, release. Bring your knees back into your chest one more time. And then release your knees off to the right. It's okay if they don't come to the ground. Open towards your left with your chest. Maybe your shoulders root down, open up, look over your left arm if you can. One more inhale. Exhale, come back to center, squeeze your knees in, reset, and then drop your knees off to the left or twist on the other side. If you can, shoulders root and gaze out over your right hand. And then come back to center. Squeeze your knees in one final time. Maybe even take your forehead towards your knees. Tense everything up. And then release into your Shavasana. So, lying down, arms by your sides, palms face the sky. Wiggle your shoulders underneath of you. Maybe close your eyes. Remove your tongue from the roof of your mouth. Unclench your jaw. I'm going to read a little excerpt from Listening with Your Heart, Lessons from Native America. We are not alone. The spirits of those gone before guide our steps, our traditions, our beliefs. We are not alone. The care of those around us leads us to healing and wholeness and comfort. We are not alone. Take a big, deep breath in. Open your mouth and empty out. Do that again. Fill up. Big breath in. Open your mouth and empty out. One more time. Empty and release. Begin to bring some small movements back to your body. Begin to wake your body back up, wiggling fingers and toes. Maybe a full body stretch, reaching your arms overhead, pointing your toes towards the opposite direction. And then bend your knees, plant your feet on the floor, and roll to your right or left side for infant's pose. Maybe saying a gratitude here, just for a moment. And then inhale, press up, take a seat facing me. Sit up tall, and then inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. We close our practice. The brightest light in me honors and respects the very bright light in each of you. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me this morning. Until I see you again, namaste. Thank you. I'll see you soon.